Hello friends, this is Rajdeep. Welcome to Learning Insight for UGC-NET-JRF पेपर 2 सोशल वर्क। डिस्कस करेंगे प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर 3 जून 2012। अगर आपने मेरा प्रीवियस वीडियो नहीं देखा जून 2012 पेपर 2 देन प्लीज वॉच। सो फटाफट से डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। I have divided this video into two because 2A and 2B because there are 75 questions, so it's not possible to do all the 75 questions in single video. So I have divided to part 2. Okay, then let's start. Our first question is fieldwork in social work aim at. So what is the aim of fieldwork in social work actually? So development, first option, development of professional skills. Yes, it is the aim of our social work fieldwork, to develop professional skills. Then integration of classroom learning with field practice. Yes, integration of classroom learning with field practice means theory and practice, to building the theory and practice relationships. Then development of service mentalities, no. Then development of career orientation, no, because the aim of our fieldwork is to do whatever theory we have learned in our classroom, that we should practice in our field, and it's all about for the development of our own professional skills. So your answer will be only 1 and 2. Okay, next question, the goal of social work. So what is the goal of social work? To reduce social tension, no. To develop, to provide service to all, maybe, but if we'll find the best option. So to promote social justice, yes, to promote social justice is the goal of social work. Service to the elite is not our duty. Then international year in chronology of their observance, ascending order. Okay, so international year of cooperatives, so it was in 2012. International year of forest, it was in 2011. And the international year of youth, it is in 1985. And international year of human right learning, 1948. So if you go to the chronological order, then it will be first it will be in 2000, that is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So I have given the years here. It will not in your exam, it will not, you will not provided here, you have to find it out. Now, service rendered voluntarily by an individual or group to another individual or group is called. Okay, so actually it is called social service, because we voluntarily provide anything to individual or group to another individual or group is a social service. Now next question, sir, Satyasodhak Samaj was founded by. Okay, Satyasodhak Samaj was founded by Jyotiba Phule, and he in Pune in Maharashtra. So the Samaj was founded in the Pune, Maharashtra on 24 September 1873. Denotified tribes are. So what call the denotified tribes? Denotified tribes are ex-criminal tribes. So denotified tribes is also known as Vimukti Jati, and they are the tribe were listed in originally under the Criminal Tribe Act of 1871. So they are listed in our Criminal Tribes Act 1871. Remember these things. They sometimes they ask Criminal Tribes Act in which year there was that was enacted. Now, which of the following is not an agent of social change in India? We all know that industrialization is the agent of social change in India. Then spread of literacy, yes, it's also agent of social change in India. Sanskritization also, but population growth never be an agent of social change in any country, or India also. So population growth is not an agent. Then gender sensitive professional social worker have better understanding of gender specific issues. Yes, any professional who are trained in gender sensitive, then they can betterly deal with the gender specific issues. But what the reason they say, the professional social worker understand the gender as a social construct, which differentiate between men and women in terms of their position in the society. Yes, both are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A, because once you are sensitized the issues, then you can understand what the difference between the two. And it is a social construct. Remember, it's a social construct. It is not a biological division. Now, which one of the following is not an approach of social group wise practice? We all know the therapeutic group is there, development group is there, task oriented group is there, but ornamental is not a group. It is a it is something different, but it's not a so group wise practice. Now, next question: Spencer Hatch was associated with. He is associated with Martyrdom Project. Martyrdom Project during the 1921 under the auspices of Young Men Christian Association. Martyrdom Project was started in Travancore in Kerala by Spencer Hatch, an American agricultural expert. So he was an agricultural expert and specialized in sociology. The fundamental aim of the Martyrdom Project is the that is physical, spiritual, mental, economic, and social. These are the five components. That is the fundamental aim of this Martyrdom Project. Now, next question, that is phases of PRA in sequential order. So what are the phases of this one, PRA, participatory rural appraisals? So first we have to building repo and sensitizations, then situational analysis and solution designing, and after designing the solution designing, then you go for the preparation of micro plans, and once you prepare the micro plans, then you sharing the outcome of PRA with your stakeholders, means all the participating stakeholders of your PRA. Now, next, the method of research used in census study. So which method is applied in census study? It is normally applied survey, because a census is a study of every unit, okay, everyone or everything in a population. It is known as complete enumerations, and which means complete count. So we know that after every 10 years there is a census, and census is a kind of as a survey study, and it is a count of complete populations. So next question is, a researcher which with limited understanding of the problem under study adopt it is normally adopt exploratory study, because in that case, in this process, the investigator investigating a problem that has not been studied or thoroughly investigated in the past. So which exploratory means something explored that is not done earlier, or it is a new, you can say. So it is a exploratory study. Now, a basic unit of analysis in given research study is called, we know that respondent is the basic unit of analysis of research study, because in the sample is something greater than this bigger population, and university we know that there is a whole area, you can say. So respondent is the basic analysis of a research study. Respondent means population of a study. Now, next, the extent of difference between population parameter and sample statistics is called, that is sampling error. And sampling error is the difference between a sample statistics used to estimate a population parameter and the actual, but the unknown value of the parameter. So it's come under the sampling error. Subdivided bar diagram is also known as, it's a component of bar diagram, that is like a subdivided of bar diagram is also known as component bar diagram. The next question, averages. That average we know that is a mean. So mean, mode, and median all are come under central tendency, measure of central tendency. And average of average is come under the measure of disparitions, and variable that is come under the correlations, and attributes that is come under the chi-square. So now next question, you arrange these things in a sequence order. So first you have to do literature review. It's come under from research based question. The first one is a review, Then if you done review, then design the tool how you will go for study, that is designing tool. And then you pre-test. Pre-test means you can do pilot study for testing your instrument, and then you come to know the whether this your testing is validation or validation is there or not. Once you find the validation is there, then you will go for application of the tool. So whatever tool you have tested, you can apply in the field. So this will be your correct sequence. Now, setting a hypothesis on a logical framework resulting in a good research output. Yes, setting hypothesis on logical framework. Yes, it will good result. It will output will be good. Yeah, definitely. Setting a rational hypothesis is a prerequisite for fulfillment of research. Yes, both are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Now, type of data in order of their complexity. So okay, we means you have to find out which type of data is a more harder. So from normal to tough, from easy to tough. So it's we all know that nominal, ordinal, and interval and ratio, these four level of measurement, this complexity level is greater in case of ratio. So we'll start from nominal, ordinal, interval, and then ratio. So this will be your sequence. And which one of the following, next question, which one of the following is not an ecological movement? We know that Pani Panchayat movement was an ecological movement. Chipko also was an ecological movement, but Budhan movement was not an ecological movement. It is something different. I will explain it. And Pluck and Plant also a ecological movement, but Budhan movement was not a ecological movement because it was a voluntary land reform movement in India, and initiated by Acharya Vinoba Bhave in 1951 at Panchampalli village, and which is now in Telangana, and is also known as Budhan Panchampalli. So next question, women participation in natural resource management is essential for its success. And okay, yes, it's very true. Participation is very essential for any success. And then awareness and empowerment of women will enhance their participation. Yes, both are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Now, which is not an objective of social policy in India? We know that population growth never be an objective of any social policy. So except the population policy, equality, yes, it is a policy of, it can be objective of policy, then it should be. And the social justice, inclusive growth, these three are objectives of social policy, but population growth never be an objective of any social policy in India. Now, which is not a social legislation? So Forest Conservation Act is not a social legislation because it's a unique piece of legislation and regulatory mechanism of the nation to protect the rich forest. Okay, it is a it's a regulatory that is to protect the rich forest, biodiversity, natural heritage, and the resources. So it is a regulatory in nature, not prohibitory. So it's a unique piece, and it is not a social legislation. Now, what is the theme of Prime Minister High Level Committee, popularly known as Sachar Committee? Remember, whenever you will get Sachar Committee, that is something related to the socio-economic educational status of the Muslim community. So Sachar Committee is related to Muslim community in India, and it's for development of socio-economic and education status for them. Now, social audit refers to, what does social audit refer? Social audit refers to the security and analysis of working of any public utility. Okay, so any public expenditures, they will audit, vice versa, social relevance. So anything related to public greater this public or public facilities or public fund, they will analyze and scrutiny. So this is all about social audit. Now, which is not a fundamental right? We all know the right to work is not a fundamental right. And what are the fundamental? There are 6 fundamental rights. We all know that equality. And remember, this article, sometimes they ask which article fall under which fundamental right. So equality fall under 14 to 18. Freedom falls under this 19 to 22. Right against exploitations is under 23, article 23, 24, and freedom of religion, that is 25 and 28. Culture and education rights, that is 29 to 30, and the right to constitutional remedies, that is 32 to 35. So next question. the oldest social security legislation in India. Which one is the oldest? So this I have given, but in your exam you will not get this type of year. So we know that the Workmen Compensation Act is come under is it's a legislation that is enacted in the year 1923, and the act to provide the payment of certain classes of employee of their workmen of compensation for injury by accident. So this is a compensation act, and it is the oldest act of social legislation in India. It's come in 2000. It came in 1923. Now you know the Provident Fund Act in 1925, Maternity Benefit Act 1961, and Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So Workmen Compensation Act is oldest because it's come in it came in 1923. Now, which organization among the following published the record of accidental deaths and suicides in India? We all know that National Crime Records Bureau, and this is an Indian government agency responsible for collecting, analysis crime data, is defined by the Indian Penal Code, special and local laws. So this is a agency that is responsible for collecting and analysis of crime related data, that is which is fall under the Indian IPC and special and local laws. Next question. Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act was introduced in 2001, and presently it's known as Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015. So it's a present name of this act is Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children, and act is enacted in the year 2015. Now, which is not a mechanism for settlement of industrial dispute of India? So we know that Indian Labor Conference is not a mechanism for settlement of industrial disputes. Coalitions of officers, yes. Labor's Court, yes. National tribunals, yes. These three are the mechanism for settlement of industrial dispute. But Indian Labor Conference is not a mechanism. Now, National Institute of Empowerment of Person with Disability Act person with disability is located in. So this is located in Chennai, but National Institute of Empowerment of Person with Disabilities under, remember, this is under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. Now next, supervision in social work practicum to be effective should not be mere policing. Yes, it's very true. Supervision in social work is essential in enabling process. Yes, it's also true. So both are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yes, those are interrelated, though one is depend on other. Enabling process. Fieldwork based approach is classified as, we know that it is not it never been historical, it never been experimental, it's never is a biographical, but is an empirical. What does it mean? Empirical means practical. Whatever theory we learn in our class, that will practice, that is empirical based approach is classified as empirical approach. So okay, match the following. Health Survey and Planning Committee, that is established in 1959. Mental Health Act was established enacted in 1987. Atrocities Against Women Act. Atrocities Against Women Act was enacted in 2007, and Hindu Code Bill, that is in came in 1952. So this will be your sequence. This is all about, and for the next to complete this paper, you have to watch the next videos, that is 2B. From here we'll discuss from 36 to 75 question. And if you like the video, please do like, then subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get my next video immediately after uploading. And you can also join my learning Learning Insight channel for all the videos, test paper tips, suggestions. You join my Telegram channel, link is here. You can also join my Google Classroom for complete study materials. Please like my Facebook page. Thank you.